Thank you, Lord Mayor. Lord Mayor, I want to welcome this and to speak in favour of it, perhaps in some way to introduce it. But 25 years ago, Lord Mayor, I attended the COP6 conference in The Hague, climate change conference. And the story of how I got there is a story perhaps of frugality, but maybe not for here. But when I was there, it was a click moment for me when I finally realised what climate change meant, the significance of it, and so on, in conversation with another gentleman. But instantaneously with that, I also thought there is no way humanity can meet this challenge. It's just not in our nature. If we're living beyond the bounds of the planet, if our economy is beyond what the planet can replenish, then we have to reduce our use. We have to accept less, and that is just not who we are as a species. But nevertheless, it's something which we have to get to grips with if we're going to do, and that's the thrust of what a policy on frugality means. And perhaps the discussion and the previous comments we've had on city centre living, of the benefits that come from that with regards to frugality, with regards to living within, or at least closer to within our means, is a part of that. And this strategy, although it's very light, it's not extensive, but I think the points that it has picked upon as a starting point for that question of frugality is very important for us ourselves as a city. And in order, also alongside many of the discussions that we've had with regards to the Part 8 plannings that have just gone before us in terms of access to green spaces, how people will live, and the interactions between people there. I think also as part of that is an acceptance that less is actually okay. Less stress, less time spent in traffic, less waste of money on things that we don't need. That kind of accepting of less is, I think, a positive, and the way that a policy like this challenges us to accept less but to get more from it is good. And also, it fits within also economic discussions that there are at the minute. I'm thinking particularly of the idea of public luxury and private sufficiency in terms of how we can have less as an economy, less as a species in terms of our individuality, but not reduce our overall wealth, our overall ambition, as has been referenced, and our overall lifestyle. That's one of those most obvious examples of it is a shifting away from private transport, a dependency on private transport, to putting more of a shift onto public transport. But there's other examples contained within the policy which I think are excellent. So I want to just speak like that in favour of the proposal, that it is a good start. There's a lot more work we all have to do at an international level in getting to grips with the idea of frugality and getting to grips with the idea of accepting less but getting more from it. But as a city, the points within this strategy, I think, are a good starting point along that journey. Thank you, Lord Mayor.
Margaret.